I'm going to try to tackle a large turkey roast. Now, I purchased this because it was the best bang for my buck in terms of the amount of meat and the price. So this whole thing was $6 pretty much, and it was 49 cents a pound. I think that's pretty good as meat goes right now. It was it's Easter time, so they had a sale on turkeys. But the whole turkey is intimidating, and I thought that we could go step by step and how to prepare it. Okay, so I'm gonna get this packaging off. So we have these really great kitchen shears. This is a required tool for this. So I'm just simply gonna cut off this netting that it came with, and we're going to open it in the kitchen sink because all the juices I want to collect, not all over my kitchen counter and floors. And then we're gonna just really disinfect the kitchen sink really well. Okay, so I'm going to get my scissors again and open the plastic, and got this gorgeous chicken. Now, I bought this frozen, and the safest way to defrost a turkey is in the refrigerator. So it took almost a week to fully defrost. Now it's nice and soft and ready to cook. And you can see all the juices coming out. So I prefer to do this in the sink just because it just captures the whole mess. And I'm going to put this on a sheet pan, trying not to drip. I'm going to bring the sheet pan closer here. There we go. So now I'm not dripping salmonella all over the kitchen. And we're going to throw this away, this plastic away. And I'm going to wash my hands, wash the scissors, and I'm going to disinfect the sink. So there's several ways you could do this, but I've discovered this product that I am so in love with. It's made by 7th Generation, and it kills 99.99% of bacteria and viruses using these essential oils, and so it's food safe. So this gets in your food, it's not gonna kill you, and I think that's a wonderful thing to use in the kitchen. So you can see I'm really spraying it real good. I'm just gonna kind of let it sit and kind of kill all that yucky stuff. All right, so now we have this beautiful turkey. Remove this thing, it's totally useless. I hate this thing. You can, I don't know, play golf with it, just kidding. And then, also, this plastic thing is not needed. Ugh, I don't know why they put these things on there, I guess to make it look pretty. But we're gonna do a spatchcock turkey today. So what that means is we're basically gonna flatten out the turkey so that it cooks faster and more evenly. Because most of the time with turkey, people will cut it before it goes to the serving table anyway. So why not make your life a little bit easier and spatchcock it? And it'll make cooking easier, carving easier. So it's really not too difficult. This is the back of the turkey. This is the spine. That's an anatomy here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut to the sides of the spine so that we can have the ability to flatten out the turkey. Okay, so we're gonna cut this. It's a little bit tough. And hopefully you don't mind seeing turkeys getting cut up, but I think that When you handle an animal like this and you realize it was a living, breathing thing, it makes you value your food more, and makes you not want to waste food, makes you want to be appreciative of the food that we have. So there's some pieces of neck which will make really good gravy. We can put that on the bottom. I don't think this one came with giblets, so although Julia Childs would have recommended to keep the giblets, I don't keep them. So we're gonna keep cutting it. Oh, here we are. We do have the giblets. Okay. So we got some, you can open it for an anatomy lesson, right? So here's a piece of liver. This is the heart. This is another heart. Some more pieces of liver. And I think these are the giblets. I believe. Yes, maybe. Alright, so I'm not going to keep this. No. If you could roast it, but I think it'll make the gravy kind of murky. So I just would rather not keep it. But the neck, on the other hand, is basically like meat, so it's fine. So now we're going to cut the other side of the spine. And this is easier to do in a chicken. The turkey is a little tougher because it's a bigger animal with bigger bones. But it's still doable, okay? So bear with me. I would not recommend doing this with a knife because your knife could slip. So I would definitely do this with kitchen shears. Okay? Keep doing that. Okay. Fun times. I promise this is worth it. Okay, so we got, this part's a little bit tough here. We're gonna try to maneuver the scissors a little bit. Oh, my goodness. Alright, there we are. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know, it got stuck on some kind of bone. And alright, so this part's also kind of tough. The very end of it. I'm gonna use my hands. There we go. Got it. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the skin now. Alright, perfect. Now, this is what it was getting stuck on. So now we have this beautiful meat, right? So we're gonna flip the turkey. We're gonna break the bone, just like I just did, so that it can sit relatively flat. I'm gonna put these scissors back in the sink. I'm gonna put the backbone and the neck underneath. And I'm gonna wash my hands again. It's, I feel like we just did surgery. Turkey surgery. Alright, so the next step is seasoning it, okay? So we're gonna season it really well with salt, and because you don't want to contaminate your salt, I would recommend having a separate bowl of salt that you can take care of the whole chicken. So I'm just gonna put the amount of salt that I think I'm gonna use. That's probably more than enough. And then the rest I'll just throw away and wash the bowl. And now in terms of spice, I'm gonna use Herbe de Provence, or Herbe de Provence. This is a wonderful spice, or actually not spice, but herb blend that they use in the south of France, in the Provence region of France. This particular one is a blend of savory, thyme, rosemary, basil, tarragon, and lavender flowers. And I find this a really wonderful multi-purpose herb blend for many, many things, including poultry and potatoes, eggs. So it's really fantastic. And I think I'm gonna keep it really simple and just do that. I might actually put some garlic powder as well. You could put fresh garlic, but I feel like it could burn. So I'm just gonna flavor it, basically kind of make like a garlic salt. Garlic is a wonderful flavoring. So now that I have my wonderful spice blend, I'm going to rub it. Actually, I would start with the back of the turkey just because you can see there's like so much meat that's exposed this way that you definitely want to season this side. And then flip it back, and we'll put the neck and the giblet, or the neck and the spine back where it was. And then we're gonna season the rest of it and rub it real good. Now, this is essentially a brine, this amount of salt that we're putting. It's a dry brine. And if you have the time and the patience, after seasoning this beautiful turkey like we're doing right here, you could let it sit in a refrigerator uncovered. Now, I would recommend a pretty empty fridge for doing that in terms of food safety. But what that does is it basically brines the turkey, which allows it to be more moist. It flavors the turkey because it allows the salt to penetrate the meat, and it dries out the skin so that basically when it cooks, it's going to be a lot more crispy. The skin's going to be a lot crispier. I'm tucking in the wings just to make it kind of stand up a little bit. And I'm gonna season just these legs here. Kind of missed that part. Okay. All right, that's it. Now, the very last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some oil. The other important thing to note is that we preheated the oven to 325. That's a really wonderful temperature to roast a big turkey like this. This turkey is, I threw out the trash. It's about 12 and a half pounds. So, last thing we're gonna do is put some oil on it so that it can get nice and golden brown and crisp. I'm just gonna kind of do that. And that, my friends, it's ready for the oven, unless you want to do the keeping it overnight and brining it. And you could add some flavorings, like some onion or garlic, but I'm going to keep this as simple and straightforward as possible. So my oven is preheated, and I'm going to put this huge beautiful turkey in here. And we're gonna check back in a couple hours